Till I realized I'm a god. Think I heard a bit when I murder shit. In a moment I'll be taking off a tourniquet. When I burn him and I hit him in the sternum, I don't even gotta enter, but I'm gonna win the tournament. That's what I'm all about.
Hey, Crazy's back in style this winter. Why am I wearing glasses indoors? Mind your own damn business. Hey man, today's vlog is about the types of adventure riders you see out there. The number one is the poser adventure rider. Yep, this dude goes out, buys a BMW GS 1200 brand new, never gets off the asphalt with it. He doesn't have the slightest idea how his bike works or how to do basic maintenance. Wears all BMW gear, which looks like brand new even after a couple of seasons of riding, because hey, he didn't ride all that much. He sells the bike within the first 2 years of ownership, if he gets to that, and with under 10k miles on the clock. He probably never buys another bike again, as in his words, motorcycles don't provide him with the adequate fix of adrenaline that he needs. Then he proceeds buying a snowboard full gear and leaves his teeth on the slope in the first run. The rest of his life, the most adventure he'll ever see is watching Bear Grylls documentaries on Discovery Channel. Number 2 on our list is the "Hey, I'm getting the hang of it" adventure rider. Now this guy has a V-Strum or a Tenere, knows to do basic maintenance on his bike, riding in might have some wear and tear to it, knows how to lift his bike all alone from the ground, and has done some off-road and has been terrified each time he left the asphalt. This guy puts the balls in sweaty balls, as he's always in full gear on his bike. Always plans for some big adventures, some awesome trip, ends up, as usual, on the same nearby trails because his wife would cut his before mentioned balls and hang them from his neck if he dares leave her alone with their 2 small children, even for a couple of days. Number 3 on our list is the hardened adventure rider. Rides KTM or BMW. This guy is so old, he'll talk for hours about the good old days of 2-stroke bikes. He can take all the trips he wants, as his wife is either with him in the pillion seat or at home banging the pool guy. Either way, she's glad he's out of the house. Usually rides in groups of his own peers, but always looks to swap stories with his buddies when noobs are present, because he likes their starstruck look as they hang on his every word like mad-head beavers waiting for Skrillex to drop the bass. And number 4 on our list, the douchebag adventure rider. This guy probably has a Multistrada. Why? Peasant. Because it's the most expensive adventure touring bike you can buy. Try telling him that's no adventure bike but just a touring bike. He'll get out his latest model iPhone and show you pictures of him and the bike in some pretty off the beaten path places. The cleanliness of the bike, although, doesn't really match the muddy surroundings. I'm not saying he's photoshopping the bike into the pictures. It might just be the guy likes to clean his bike a lot, like a hell of a lot. He's such a next level douche, he calls himself a Ducatista, as if having the most expensive bike in the bunch and the most overpriced gear money can buy is not screaming, "Hey, envy me, I'm the 1%er" enough. This is also the most likely not to return your salute as you pass each other on the road, as he despises all lesser beings, meaning everyone not riding a Ducati. He especially hates GS riders, as they ride bikes that are dangerously close to his pride and joy's price point. So if you have the rare pleasure to run into this guy. Be sure to invite him to ride along with you on some dirt roads so you can see firsthand a grown man cry as he lays eyes on his precious paint scratched by the gravel.
Till I realized I'm a god. Think I heard a bit when I murder shit. In a moment I'll be taking off a tourniquet. When I burn him and I hit him in the sternum, I don't even gotta enter, but I'm gonna win the tournament. That's what I'm all about.